Alright, guys, as we all know, the Vic Mignogna situation has been going on for over a year now, and he has put out official statements on the app Unlocked through video and live streaming. And there's been several of them, and I've talked about many of them on YouTube, but I just thought I would take all the ones made public on YouTube and just put them together for one video for you all to see, especially for those who haven't seen any of these. So without further ado, here is what Vic had to say.
So if there are any events, and can I talk to you guys real quick about this coming year? You may or may not have heard that the same three or four people that ironically have nothing to do with this garbage. They have no vested interest. It has zero to do with them. And yet they seem to have nothing better to do with their time than search for ways to cause trouble. They've been talking about, how to attack conventions that might want to have me, or different ways to cause trouble. And it's really heartbreaking and pathetic. Um, it's really hard to believe, but yeah, you're right, Nightmare. They're bullies, and they better pray that no one ever turns that bullying on them. That's the sad thing, is that if they were to receive a small portion of what they have done to others, they would probably be very sad. But I want to encourage you guys. The best way to counter bad speech is good speech. Unfortunately, it's not yelling insults back at them. It's not threatening or that kind of thing. But you're right. That's exactly what it's called, Harima. But the best way to do it is to counter with good speech. And you guys, do you realize that there are 1,000 times more of you, 1,000 times more kind-hearted, positive, supportive, enthusiastic fans, 1,000 times more than there are this handful of loud, angry, lonely people that get some sick, twisted thrill out of feeling like they have some power over somebody else's life or relationships. And I want to encourage all of you guys. Exactly, Latiliac. You got to fight hate with kindness. You can't fight hate with hate. And I really love you guys so much. Thank you, Jamie. I love Australia. And I am praying for you guys and what's going on down there with the fires. But you guys, you know the old saying, and you've heard me say this before, the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing, and good women, and good fans. So I really want to encourage you guys to be voices, to let your voices be heard. Contact events. There are so many more of you. And if these events knew that there were literally hundreds of people that would love to come to their events, if they had certain guests, that's a very powerful tool, and it lies completely within your power, guys. And I'm quite certain someone's capturing this video, and they're gonna and the haters are gonna see it. And you know what? I don't understand you people. I don't understand how you've gotten yourselves to such a hateful, unhappy position that you're in. But I want to encourage all of the good people out there and all the positive people to make your voices heard to the events in your area. Every time any of you write me and you say, come back to fill in the blank, come to Ohio, come to Oklahoma, come to Detroit, come to Chicago, come to Australia, whatever, you guys, I would love to. It does not lie within my power. but I think it does lie within yours to make your voices heard. Now, this weekend, I'm going to be in Bell, California, and then I've got events coming up in Canada. I've got events coming up in several different places. I don't want to steal their thunder and announce them before they announce them, but I've got several events coming up. And in fact, I am very, very excited and grateful and humbled to tell you that I just got an invitation this morning from another show. And nothing gives me more joy than to meet you guys and to shake your hands and to interact with you. So you have a lot of power, and I hope you will exercise that power. Not to hurt anybody, not to be hateful, not to fight and argue, but to let events know, and companies know, and people know that you're supportive. And I would be forever grateful. In fact, I don't know if Squally's here. Veronica, is Squally here tonight? I think the Rangers, how many of you, I hope all of you are Risen Bull Rangers. I think a lot of you are members of the Rangers, and I love you dearly. But I think that the Rangers are planning a little project that you'll be hearing more about from Squally and on the site. So be watching their social media for more information on that. And it would be, hey, there's Chelsea. Hi, Chelsea. Everybody say hello to Chelsea. Oh, you're still at work. Oh my gosh, she's still at work. But look, everybody's saying hi, Chelsea. They love you. You guys have that power, and I am so humbled and grateful for the opportunity to get to interact with you and meet you. And so I hope that I have the chance to do that. Okay. You guys, don't let people pick on you. Encouraging people to be kind and be positive. And I know that's hard sometimes. A lot of you guys have written me and you've said, it's just really, really hard in the face of such hatred, such venom. These people are sick. They are literally emotionally troubled, sick people. To spend their time hurting people that have never hurt them and going after people like they went after the guy that ran this little shop. A couple of these morons went after the guy that runs the shop. They don't know him. He's never done anything to him. He just has this shop and he's trying to feed his family. I'll tell you, I hope at some point these people get just a taste of what they have been dishing out for so long. So you guys don't let yourselves be bullied. Don't let yourselves be ridiculed. Don't let yourselves be put down. And you know what? Stand up for each other. Yeah, you're right. They are bullies. And you know what's really funny and sad is that they were probably bullied themselves somewhere in the past. And somewhere along the line, they've forgotten what that felt like because now they're bullying others. So I don't want to see anybody. I mean, they come after me, I get it, but I don't want to see any of you have to put up with that stuff. So don't let anybody bully you. And don't let anybody hurt you. I love you guys. And I'm so proud of you and your kindness and your support. Oh my gosh, I went long. I love you guys so much. I know, oh my goodness, now my phone says low battery mode. Uh-oh. So I'm out of time, but next week, okay? Next week. And you know what? If you were here, if you were at the event on Saturday, drop me an email and let me know what you thought about it. You guys that I see on here, drop me an email and let me know what you thought of the weekend. And if you enjoyed yourselves, I would love to hear from you by email. And everybody knows my email. I'm not going to say it, but it's everywhere. And I wish you all a wonderful week. Thank you. You guys are all awesome. And you've made such a huge difference in my life. I think it's so interesting that so many of you have told me what a difference I've made in your life. And I'm so honored by that. And now it's like completely reversed. And you have made so much of a positive difference in my life. So thank you for that. I love you guys to death. God bless you all. Have a wonderful week. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. In these last few minutes, I'd like to share some things with you. Is that okay? Is it okay if I share some kind of heavy, important stuff with you? Is that all right? Okay, because I know, excuse me, I know that these live streams are often recorded and then they're distributed all over. So I wanted to say some things and address everyone, not just the people that are here in the chat room right now, but everyone. Okay. And I'm going to let you know that I wrote it down so that I could make sure and communicate what I want to communicate. I hope that's okay. All right. Love you guys. Here it goes. You ready? It's been said that I'm hiding, keeping my hands clean while others do the dirty work and get harassed and harmed for doing so. Well, please make no mistake. I don't want that for anyone, ever. None of you. I'm deeply troubled to hear that anyone has suffered as a result of their support for me. I have only ever asked that positivity and kindness be spread to drown it out. You guys, do not engage the haters. That's what they want. I don't have any control over what they say or do to anyone as a result of how you choose to show your support. But it pains me to think that any of that is happening. I don't want that for any of you. To the YouTubers that have been targeted, please stop covering my situation if it means that you're suffering as a result. I don't want any dirty work to be done at all. I don't want that. I didn't ask for this controversy, and I certainly never asked for anyone's job or safety or peace of mind to be put at risk, ever. Now, to anyone who thinks that I should be doing things differently or I should be doing more, please understand, I'm doing the best I can in the midst of fighting for my life and my livelihood. I've had to insulate myself from time to time for my own sanity, quite honestly. But please don't for a second think that I don't care or that I'm apathetic in any way. I wouldn't have brought a lawsuit against these lies if I were apathetic. I encourage each of you to take care of yourselves as well. I want that for you. That said, I want to clear up some things. Hear me, hear my heart very carefully. I have never once in the history of my life forced myself on anyone, ever. That is not who I am. It is not who I have ever been. I'm not interested in anyone who's not interested in me. I've made normal advances that were either accepted or rejected, and that was that. I've never harmed anyone. I never would. In fact, you know what? I've never even been in a fight, you guys. I've never thrown a punch. I mean, I've never hurt anyone, and I never would. Anyone who thinks differently doesn't know me at all. And anyone who claims differently is a liar. Every one of these industry people, every one of them, with the exception of Sean Schimmel, who has always publicly expressed his hatred for me. And he told me himself at the Broly premiere that it was because of my openness about my faith, that he didn't think I should be sharing my faith with fans. With the exception of Sean Schimmel, who has been openly hateful toward me, every single one of these industry people has pretended to be my friend as long as I have known them. That means Jamie, Monica, Sabat, Kara Edwards, DC Douglas, others. They've all pretended to be my friends when it benefited them to do so. As for the rest of the vocal haters, they have no connection to this situation at all, except for the lies that they've chosen to tell. They don't know me. They've not spent any significant amount of time with me. They're just desperate attention seekers jumping on this bandwagon for whatever relevance or clout they think they can get out of it. I won't even mention their names. And because that's exactly what they would want, attention. I did not admit to what Jamie Markey accused me of. I clarified it. I have never in any way, shape, or form had any attraction whatsoever to Jamie Markey. But I did think we were good friends. We'd done a lot of conventions together. We worked on a lot of shows together, and we've always been friends to each other. One day I was playing with and complimenting a friend that I saw on a regular basis at Funimation, as friends do. You've seen videos of her messing with me at convention years after her alleged story. As recently as 1 week, I'm not kidding, 1 week before all of this garbage started last year, I was in the lobby at Funimation. And as I had been hundreds of times before, and Jamie walked in, and guess what she said? "Hi, hon. How was your Christmas?" 1 week before the garbage at that. To you guys who have actually been assaulted, first of all, I am so sorry. I have received so many emails from actual victims, outraged, and rightly so, at what some of these people are labeling assault. And you should be outraged that two friends casually chatting in full public view in a lobby and 9 years ago, and one playfully tugs the other's hair, and then 9 years later that person decides that it was assault. That's disgusting. Monica Rial, I believed, was one of my dearest friends in the industry. In fact, the very day that I was supposed to talk to Funimation HR about the so-called investigation, I was scared. And I actually considered calling Monica about what she thought I should do. Even up to that moment, that's how close I thought we were. Less than 1 month earlier, we were all hugs and smiles at the Broly movie premiere. Before she told her story, she hinted that she had a story, and I wrote her privately, apologizing for any misunderstanding, not even knowing what she was referring to. And I even asked her to please tell me what I had done, because I didn't know. And I was so troubled to think that I might have ever done anything to offend her. She didn't even reply. My apology was later used against me in court. In fact, all of my apologies have been used against me in court. Kara Edwards said that I assaulted her. I did not, of course. If she was so traumatized by what she said in her affidavit, why was she so upset that she didn't get to sit next to me the very next day to sign autographs with me? And if she was so traumatized, why did she later go to dinner with me in Dallas when I came to Dallas a few months later for ACON? Why did she want to audition for Star Trek Continues, etc.? All of these people feigned friendship with me when it benefited them to do so. Let that sink in. I'll tell you something else. I still have friends at Funimation who contacted me privately to say how disgusted they are with these voice actors. And you know why? Because they personally witnessed with their own eyes all of these voice actors hugging and smiling and joking and working together. They witnessed with their own eyes all of these people pretending to be my friends and faking this friendship toward me as recently as a week before the attacks began online. I hope none of you ever have to learn that people in your life that you think are your friends are actually lying backstabbers who never liked you much to begin with and were secretly hoping and even plotting to destroy you. Devastating isn't a strong enough word. I do know now who my true friends are, and for that I'm very, very grateful. And I consider you guys to be that. Not just those here Unlocked, anyone. You guys, I am so profoundly grateful for every supporter who hears this message. Not just you guys here on Unlocked, everyone, anyone within the reach of this recording who has shown their support has my eternal gratitude. Whether you're a fan or a friend or a podcaster or a YouTuber or a convention organizer or a staffer, no matter who, please know how much I appreciate it. That there just are not words to express how much your kindness and support has meant to me. Thank you so much. Please don't ever think for 1 minute that I take any of your support or kindness for granted.